Resident Evil 9 has been officially revealed, and with that comes the introduction of a new character to the series, Grace Ashcroft, who just so happens to be the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft.
She's got a lot of similarities with Ashley from Resident Evil 4 too, and I fucking love it.
An investigative reporter who was involved in the iconic Raccoon City incident and other major incidents in the Resident Evil series. So to prepare you for Resident Evil 9, I will be covering Alyssa's entire story, starting with her deadly encounters in the Arklay Mountains, to her participation in the Raccoon City incident, all the way to her tragic death following her investigation at Wrenwood Hotel. So guys, without further ado, let's get right into it.
Yeah, was she a character? I mean, obviously she's got a character model, but was she like a playable character in any of the Resident Evil games? Like Outbreak or something? I don't remember her being a playable character in anything else. I just don't remember.
Ashcroft was born in the 1970s and spent her early life growing up in Raccoon City. As she grew older, she eventually pursued a career in journaling and became an investigative reporter. Her first documented investigation began in 1993 with a case that would unknowingly tie her to the Umbrella Corporation for the rest of her life. Alyssa and her colleague Kurt...
Dude, actually, if we could get some prequel games to Resident Evil 1 and Resident Evil 0, that'd be cool. Like, stuff that has nothing to do with Umbrella, it was just precursors to what Umbrella was gonna be. I think that they would be pretty successful. I think we should do that. If not, it'll be okay. I'm cool with going back to Raccoon City and Resident Evil 9, though. That sounds like fun.
Deep into the Arklay Mountains following rumors of corruption at a remote hospital. It turns out that their hunch was right, as unbeknownst to them, the hospital director Albert Lester had begun accepting bribes from Umbrella researcher Greg Mueller to illegally trial his experimental virus on cancer patients. And during this time, Albert's wife Dorothy was terminally ill and was stationed at the Arklay Hospital. In an act of desperation, Albert agreed to the trials and put his wife on trial in hopes that she may be cured. And much to his surprise, the experiment was initially a success, with both his wife and the other—
Let me guess, she turned into a crazy giant monster, right?
test patient being cured of their cancer. However, this would come at a cost, as shortly after the procedure, the test patient would pass away and Dorothy would mutate uncontrollably into a zombie that began to roam the halls and inflict chaos to the entire hospital. It was at this point when Alyssa and her partner Kurt would be called in to investigate, completely unaware of the dangers that await them. Shortly after entering into the building, Dorothy grabbed a hold of Kurt and brutally infected and murdered him on the spot. After Alyssa witnessed this tragedy, she would attempt to flee the hospital, but it wouldn't be long after when she was kidnapped by Umbrella researcher Greg Mueller and subjected to a procedure that would suppress her memories of the event in order to cover up the entire incident.